And so I guess what I want to start with is these subconscious beliefs, because one thing you said in your book that really struck me was that just a huge portion of our beliefs are subconscious. And I find it kind of sometimes challenging to really unearth what those beliefs are. Like how, when you are someone who does a lot of meditation and journaling and something, and it just still feels like there's this invisibility about what my subconscious beliefs that are holding me back are. So I was wondering if you could speak to that point a little.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. You mentioned so many things that we could unpack, but let's start.
Feel free to pick up on anything you think is or just tell me my subconscious beliefs. That'd be great. Great
Yeah,
starting.
so let's start there because yes, absolutely. So many of our beliefs are buried in our subconscious. So we end up forming a lot of beliefs when we are children, and we observe the world around us and we're trying to make sense of it. And as kids, we don't have a lot of power. We're very dependent on our caregivers. And, our caregivers, who are usually our parents, are very flawed individuals. They had parents who messed them up. And, and it goes on and on and on, right? It's a cycle, generational cycle of trauma. And so what hypnotherapy allows us to do is to bring up to the conscious mind a lot of these beliefs that are buried in the subconscious. And so they tend to be things like, I'm not lovable. Maybe you had a parent who left or who had an addiction or who just worked all the time. And because we are so dependent on them as children, we just have to kind of think it's our fault. And so we do take on these beliefs like I'm not lovable or I have to earn love, that love is conditional. And so someone like you, who is clearly a high achieving woman, you are all about achievement, going to the right school, getting the good grades, all of those things. A lot of it stems from this desire for validation and for love that wasn't given to us when we wanted it, when we needed it. And that's the case for so many of us. I mean, even really well-meaning parents, they're not perfect, right? And so then we end up trying to achieve and achieve and achieve. And then when we transfer that over into dating life, it can actually be too much. Like we often try to effort our way through dating, just like what you were describing. And that works in terms of your career and school. You'll do really great. But when you do that in relationships, you end up people pleasing, over functioning, settling.
I mean, I feel like I'm going through Tinder like I'm hiring people for my company. What are your
Yeah.
changes? Why doesn't Tinder have a spreadsheet? That would make this so much easier. I could move them through my funnel.
Actually, that's not a terrible approach, but perhaps you need to kind of, have it contained a little bit more. Like it's almost as though, I mean, I've watched some of your videos to prepare for this
Thank
interview,
you so
and
much.
yeah, and it seems like you're really like putting a lot of energy into it, and so maybe there's a way of doing it where it's a little bit more contained, it's more manageable, and you're not on such an emotional roller coaster.